So I'm over here working at this 3-family again. So today I'm getting the subfloor set. So I'm using Luan underneath the LVP that I'm going to put down. So I'm going to go ahead and put that underneath the cabinets as well. So we've got our electric and plumbing and everything coming up here. There's actually gonna be a little half wall here before we put the cabinet up. But we need to put this Luan down because the old wood floor in here is in pretty rough shape, and those gaps and grooves and stuff won't allow the floating floor to properly work because it expands and contracts and it needs to be able to move. So I found that if you put the Luan down first, it just seems to help a lot versus just throwing it down on top of old wood floors. So I'm gonna finish that up here shortly. I gotta cut the hole for the vent, and we got the kitchen sink going over there. We got the drywall pretty much done now. Just gotta sand a couple more little spots and paint it. I went ahead here and put in a access up here because this is going to be a rental property, so I want to be able to easily access that in case it gets clogged. So I put this access panel in. I've used them a couple other times in a couple other properties. I've really liked the way it turns out. You know, maybe it's not the best strategy in the world, or maybe it doesn't look the prettiest, but you know, if that trap gets clogged, I'm gonna be really glad I put that in. So I also added can lights, put in 3 can lights, put in a light in the center of the room, and then I went ahead and because we're probably gonna set this up as like a dining area over here in this corner. So I'm gonna put a pendulum type light coming down from there. That way, hopefully there's plenty of light in here. I also added a light above the sink here. So that'll help. And then we put in a new door. Because this is an older house and the walls are thicker than normal, we did end up having to add some trim around here to bring this out flush with the drywall. So we did a little setback. That way you can't really tell that it's not part of the original door, but it helps make everything fit together a little bit nicer. So we are gonna have a switch for this light above the sink over here. I'm gonna put a switch over here for the light. It's gonna be in the ceiling. And then it's also gonna be a switch for a porch light, which we added because it didn't have nothing in the back here for some light. Outlets the rest of the way around. We'll put the switch for the light over the table there. And it's really about it. That switch up there just got left because I didn't want to put a closed box, so it's going to be above the fridge, so maybe somebody wants to plug in something over the fridge, and it was connected up there, so it is what it is. So we have the fridge going here. We added the ice maker and got that all plumbed in and ready to go. So if you remember from earlier videos, there was like a corner closet here. And it just took up a lot of space. I really decided just to tear it out and open up the space a little bit better. And I felt like it made the place a little nicer. So that's about it for today. I'm gonna work on this a little bit longer and then I gotta go get to work. So